all-time favorite, adored by women, colognes for men. These are all-time best. And how do we know this? Because on this channel we go to women in the public and we ask them what fragrances do they adore.
Which one do you find?
Number one for sure.
Number one?
Yeah.
Number one?
Yeah.
It just smells more like masculine.
This one. Yeah, this one's nicer. I can walk past them and you're like, oh, that's nice. Do you have a lot of followers?
And also when the camera goes off, we often just ask them like, what is your favorite fragrance? So this list is the consistent colognes that they adore and they keep telling us about. First up, we've got the Acqua di Gio range. I would say the whole range in general is just adored by women, especially the Profumo and the new Profondo. I would say if you're just buying into the Acqua di Gio line, go for the Profondo, the navy bottle, because it's a bit more modern. It's still intense. It's a fragrance that smells like a sea god, very strong, very manly, smells like a shower gel, but in a fine fragrance. If you're a bit older, maybe you would enjoy the original version or the Profumo better. I would say Profumo has better performance and it still is such a gorgeous fragrance. This is my personal favorite. I just love it. Check out the links below to all of these colognes because I often get some discount codes. So I'll put them in the description for you. Next fragrance is this one, Stronger With You Intensely. In particular, this version gets the most attention from women. I think it's just because it's a bit sweet and the nuttiness in this fragrance really just makes it so romantic and cozy. This is your perfect Netflix and chill fragrance or a date cologne when you're going out in the evening, for example. This is just so cozy, she'll want to hug you. Next, maybe you'll be surprised, but this just gets the best ladies reactions still, and it is 1 million from Paco Rabanne, the original. This fragrance, I'm even surprised because sometimes I smell it and I'm like, whoa, I forget how good this is. This is affordable, but it's perfect for any age. If you're a teenager, if you're 60, like any age will do with this one. It still smells amazing. My husband even, like, he asked somebody on the street what he was wearing because he smelled so good and he was wearing this fragrance. So it's super strong as well because they were outside. So super strong, really excellent cinnamon blast, just sweet but citrusy cologne, excellent for men. Next up, we've got Victor&Rolf Spicebomb Extreme. I mean, if you love smooth caramelly tobacco, then this one is your pick. This fragrance you have to apply a ton to be smelled, but when you do, it is amazing. And this is one of my personal favorites because it's manly, that tobacco is sweet and rich and it really just packs a punch. It's a strong fragrance in its presence, so you really just make an impression of this one. It's a good one and it's easily accessible as well. Next up is a rare fragrance, but this one really gets ladies talking. So this one is a bit more rare on this list if you're looking for a fragrance that is a bit that. Zadig&Voltaire, This Is Him. This is her bottle. This Is Him is the black bottle. I'm talking about the black bottle. It is amazing. It smells super luxurious and expensive. It's got spices, it's got richness, it's got smooth vanilla to it. With that one, also you have to go to town with sprays, but men, when you do, you get such a powerful reaction from the ladies. They love it. And also because it's not that strong, you can also wear a bit less during the day and then go crazy in the evening. So it's more versatile in that way. But this fragrance in particular, out of all this list, I think it smells the most like a luxurious, very high end. Next up, you won't be surprised, it's Versace Eros. I mean, still, this gets the best ladies reaction, and this is such a fragrance that, you know, it just smashes any competitor that we put it against when we do like battles on the street. For some reason, this in the air, it smells better than just up on the scent strip. Always like try it on your skin, and I do agree, when I smell it, like when my husband sprays it, it smells so much better in the air than just smelling it like this from the bottle. It's a minty vanilla, very like clubbing king, such a strong fragrance, especially suitable, I would say, for younger guys, in my opinion. But if you love it, I say wear it. But to me, this is a fragrance that really gets ladies' reactions, especially like clubbing, just going out sort of a scenario. Next fragrance that ladies consistently adore, and I actually overheard some women actually talking about this one, like 2 women, girls, because they were younger, they came out and they were like, yeah, look at this, like it smells so good. And they were smelling it and they were like, oh my gosh, this smells so good. It was so funny to just like, but I was like, oh, I have to tell you guys, because this, it just gets the best ladies' reaction. I think it is because it's very strong. It's YSL Eau de Parfum. This has got the crisp apple and ginger. It's zingy. It's a blue, like everyday cologne, but it's the strongest out of all the blue colognes in the designer market. It is absolutely indestructible. So if you're looking for performance and if you're looking to absolutely like smell really strong, this is the one for you, and ladies really love it. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy such videos, and let's go to the next fragrance, Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette. This is a beast. The Eau de Toilette projects the most. It's a bit harsh on the nose, but I like it because it just projects it, and I think on men it's really attractive to really smell like a guy's cologne. Not too much, but not too little, and I think many men just make the mistake of not spraying enough cologne. You really want to be smelled, and this fragrance is very likable. It also wins in a lot of battles, and many women say, oh yeah, I adore this one, my husband wears it, my boyfriend wears it. They really enjoy it. So be careful with this one though, not to smell like a douchebag and not to be just really strong smelling of this, because it can go the other direction and not be so pleasant. So I would say 5 to 7 sprays is a safe bet with this one. Next, we've got a king of kings, and this one I have tested on women again and again, and they all adore it. It is a fragrance that is kind of boring at this point, but it is there for a reason. It's Creed Aventus, and women really like it. They buy it for the partners. They adore smelling it. Every time I have given this to like my friend to give me her opinion or something, they always say this is a sexy, super masculine fragrance. So if you want, I would say this is a confidence, sort of a presence, boss guy fragrance, really powerful, kind of overdone at this point, but still, like if I smelt it on a guy, I would be like, oh, this guy smells amazing. So yeah, it's overdone, but if you live somewhere where this fragrance is not known, then I would say go for it. And now for my top 3 colognes, and also these are adored by ladies, but especially really close to my heart. These just like, oh, do it for me so much. Let's start with number 3, and number 3 is, of course, Bleu de Chanel. This is an absolute just amazing compliment getting cologne. This I think should be a staple in every man's cologne collection if he can afford it, because this just is such a versatile cologne. At the same time, it's sexy. At the same time, it's perfect for every day. The Eau de Parfum, I think, is the best of both worlds. It gets the freshness of the Eau de Toilette, and then it's got the heaviness of the woods and the smokiness of the Parfum. So, and it lasts amazing. So this fragrance, I would say, has to be on this list. And I mean, girls over and over say that they really love Bleu de Chanel. It's probably most mentioned fragrance among women when we ask them what fragrance they adore. So if you want a safe bet, a really safe, Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. Next up is a fragrance that is a bit more unique. It's from Guerlain. It's L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum. This fragrance is a cherry pie, sort of a transparent freshy, but also with some warmth to it. This fragrance you have to apply a bit of, but this is a romantic guy. It's such a sexy, attention grabbing fragrance. This is more of a unique gem. This is why it's in my personal favorite. It is mentioned, not as much as the other ones, but this, I would say, it's an underrated just gem, and you won't smell like everybody else. And so I think it's totally worth giving this a try. It's so different than anything you've smelled, probably, like if you're watching this video for the first time. So give it a try. And number 1, and this is an absolute compliment monster, compliment generator from ladies. Like, you'll get the best reactions. It is Oud Wood from Tom Ford. This one you have to apply a lot of, but it is a dry, woody, super masculine scent with a twist, so it's unique enough to smell high-end, smells like you know what you're doing. It's super confidence boosting as well. And I would say if you maybe already own Oud Wood, or if you want something a bit more complex, even more just luxe, I would say top with Oud Wood is, for me at the moment, Noir, Oud Noir Intense from Fragrance Du Bois. This smells similar to Oud Wood, but it also has this dark chocolate note in here, which makes it even more just delicious and earthy and rich. It also has a slight bit of booziness to it, so it's the same kind of scent profile, but a bit amped up. So this is a tip for me. But Oud Wood is the one that ladies absolutely go crazy for. I'm afraid to leave my husband with Oud Wood by himself, because it has happened a lot of times that he's left alone and like women come up to him and ask him about the fragrance. So it is a dangerous one. I've been a witness to like actually women coming up to my husband and wanting to like write down also the name of the fragrance. It is, yeah, you have to spray quite a lot of it, but it gives you just the best ladies' reactions. So what can I tell you? Oud Wood is just the best. I'll link them all down below with the best prices for you guys, so check out the links in the description bar.